Hey guys, this is UC from My Trade Price. It is November 28th, the weekend after Thanksgiving. Let's get started and review some of the charts. You are looking at Amazon weekly chart, still overall in an uptrend and getting pretty tight. Actually, the weekly range has been pretty tight. It has not traded above 32.20, 32.30 level, and then on the downside for the past couple of weeks, 30.60, 30.70 has been a good support. I mean, you can see we had this inside week, this red week right here, and then after that we had a couple of weeks with a pretty tight range here where just price held on to and went sideways for the most part. Okay, now if we dig into the daily time frame, it is looking rather a little not extremely bullish, but a little bit bullish, because we had this range right where we traded for the most part in the past few weeks. Now we did manage to close above that range on Friday, right? Again, it was on low volume because of the Thanksgiving holidays, but it is what it is. We are above the short-term moving averages here, 20 and 50 both in the daily time frame, so that's a good sign. The swing high that I think our target, if you are playing this name on the swing sides, would be 3250 plus area, and then anything over and above, I think this 3300 is in play. And I think recently this news came out just today in the morning that online sales have been pretty good, but I mean, market can twist it either way. They can say, yes, it was expected, it's already baked in and nothing happens. Or they can say, yes, it's good news, we were expecting a lot less, and now, it rallies. So it's just, you just have to take it what the market gives you and trade accordingly. Okay. But from the structure perspective, yes, bullish trend bar here on Wednesday, and then a little bit follow through to the upside, but not a great close, but still managed to close above this recent range here. Okay, so if we fall back down below, we'll just have to see how it closes the day, but for right now it can give a bounce from this 50 SMA, which is this green line here. Okay, so look for that kind of a move. Okay, moving on to Apple weekly chart. Nice uptrend, but getting a little bit tight and kind of triangle looking, right? You have this uptrend with a series of a little bit higher lows right now. If I were to kind of think of it from that perspective, here's low, higher low, but but it's been also making lower highs, so it's the triangle, right? So now let's see which way it tries to break out. But if I read the price action itself on the weekly time frame, here's your weekly trend bar, and after that we did not get any big major upside follow through, but we have these bottom wicks right here, so it tells me that buyers are stepping in and are not letting the price fall through. So sooner or later we need to start seeing some upside. I would say once we start seeing the price get back about 119.6 area, that's a good sign. If I bring my levels here, so yeah, I mean, it looks less bearish, I would say, right? I mean, yes, it's not extremely bullish at all, but it's also less bearish, because of the lack of bearish trend bars and these bottom wicks right here. Okay, I mean, it's just kind of, it's holding the price here towards the high end of this this bullish trend bar that we saw. And moving on to the daily time frame, it's again, this is the bar that broke this support level. Since then we bounced really nice from this support right here, right? And then we just kind of went up a little bit, but again banging against where we broke down from earlier in the week, right? This bar right here. So unless or until we start getting above 117.7, at what time we can target 119.8 and see if we want to break out of this triangle formation. If not, sure, if we fall back down below 115.2, look for a retest of 112.6 support where we bounced off from earlier in the week. Okay, so that's the price action right now as at the moment. Here is a weekly chart of Zoom. Zoom has been on my radar for the past couple of weeks now. I mean, since it gave this in the lower time frame, it gave some nice bullish setup. So since then, I've been looking to play this name on the long side. And right now, we have, after the Monday close, we have the earnings coming up, so it can remain elevated for at least till Monday afternoon, till and then once the earnings announced, who knows what happens. You know, at that moment in time, technicals won't matter. What will matter is what the market perceives, and then we'll see how we need to trade it. But for right now, bullish reversal here off of this 20 SMA in the weekly time, and in the daily chart, if I show you, actually, let's go to 30-minute time frame, and if I show trades, right, let's see if they show up. Nope, I don't know why. Yeah, there you go. So I've been trading this name very actively for the past few weeks now on the long side, because you know, the bias was long, so I wanted to only play it on the long side, this name, and it has given me a lot of good setups, good bounces off of support levels. That is why you stick to few names and then you trade them as the price action evolves. So it becomes easier to remember these levels and then trade around them. Okay, so the daily bar from Friday is pretty bullish. Again, it closed right below its 50 SMA, which is right here, this green line, and we are above this. There's this multiple touch points that we had, and we, you know, opened up, tested that gap, and then reversed back up on Friday. So very nice bullish bar, and now the gap fill is all the way to like 480, 490 level, right? That's where we fell down from and had this big gap from that vaccine, Pfizer vaccine, you know. So we're almost trying to fill that gap. Let's see how it opens up on Monday, and if it tries to move above the 50 SMA and tries to fill the gap, or if it just kind of, you know, goes sideways and waits for the earnings to come out. So we'll see that. So here's the Netflix chart, weekly chart, right? And for the most part, it's been just consolidating here, right? I mean, this was the resistance on the way up, and since July, this has been a good support level. We have had multiple touch points, and then the stock never traded below this support level, and it consolidates, and it's consolidating right now, and then it makes the move up. So we'll see if it tries to move up in the coming few sessions or what. But the major resistance in the short term would be the high of these three bars, right? That's where the price has traded for the most part in the past few weeks. So a lot of traders are looking either to get long above that, or maybe, you know, if we break down and go short below that towards this rising 50 SMA. Okay, but from the price structure point of view, let's get into the daily time frame and try to break it down a little bit and see if we can read it. Consolidation, again, for the most part, this is all consolidation. Top and bottom wicks. Price did not go anywhere. We tried to break down here earlier in the, you know, with this red trend bar, but failed to see any follow through below that bar, right? So buyers stepped in, and since then have made higher lows and higher highs. So a good bullish price action, but we need to start seeing the price get above this 498, 496 area, you know, the top range from this block right here, right? So unless we get above this or below this, you know, we can just play the range. Okay. Here's the Facebook weekly chart. Again, has not really participated with the, on the bullish side with the rest of the market. It's just been again a little bit lagging, congested as well, just kind of trading here in the tight range between 280 and for the most part 270. So $10, $15 range here in the weekly. Nothing much exciting. I've not really traded this name a lot. So unless or until we start seeing some nice bullish action above this this range that you see, right? It's been kind of congested here. Every time we fall around this area, it bounces up. Every time we trade here, it retraces back, right? So we'll see what happens. Ideally, bulls would like to see a close above this range to start targeting the next levels up, right? And if I bring the levels, sorry about this drawing, but if I bring the levels here, so yeah, I mean there's plenty of levels above 280.2, which was the weekly high that we can target once the price starts moving up, and it can fly because all of these people who are short the stock with stop loss just above this channel, right, could be waiting for to cover their shorts so that the price can quickly go back up. But again, we'll trade as it plays out. We're not going to predict. We'll just react to the level as it shows up. Okay. The next one is Tesla, everybody's favorite. Was on a super high, nice run. You can see actually not a whole lot of overlap, right, in the bullish bars. It's only overlap here and a little bit overlap here, and that's it. It's very nice, high, good momentum. Bullish trend bars and the daily time frame. So yeah, good high volume as well. So very nice from that perspective. So again, if I were to trade this name, which I do sometimes, I'd look for levels. And let me show you a 30-minute chart, and let's bring out some levels here. So yeah, let's bring 5-minute chart. So yeah, on a 5-minute chart, some levels that I'm watching for the coming week. Here's a little gap on the downside. If we are to break down from 578, we have a little bit of gap here. You can see, you can see a gap down and then a gap fill trade, or if we can actually go all the way down. So when you trade this name, it's nice to trade this name on the levels, right? It just makes it easier for you to get out quickly if you are trading this name on the level rather than somewhere here in the middle of the levels, because you don't know if it will go back up or keep falling down. But when you get to these levels, right, it makes the trade a high probability setup or a high probability trade, right? Because either you would get a bounce from that, or you will just kind of crack through that and keep falling down towards the next support. So either way, you can read the price action at that point in time and kind of trade that way. So look to trade this name on the price levels. Okay. This is a ROKU weekly chart. Very nice bullish uptrend all the way, since the long time. Very minimal downside follow through to any red weekly bar we see. So buyers seeing it as an opportunity to snap the shares, and it keeps going up. So now we are consolidating here at the highs above 270 area. Let's see what it does in the coming few sessions, but again, sticking with price levels is the right way to go. And here's a daily time frame. We have a little bit of gap here, and for the most part, you can see we are just kind of, for the past few sessions trading here in the range, right, between 284, 280, and then on the low side we have 268 to 270. Anything below 268, we have a little bit of gap fill till 263, so that can be a trade. Or if we keep falling through, the big heavy support area is 254, so we can kind of bounce really nicely from that area if we kind of fall into that area. I can even actually think about doing a bull put credit spread if we move towards 254 and kind of hold that area or something. Just kind of go down below a few support levels like 235 or something like that, because that was a good resistance level which turned into a support level with nice volume. So that can be a good level to target if we good level to take as a heavy support, and choose your strike price accordingly, so that if we actually get to 250s, that is, so that you keep your strike price below 235, so that there's a support area in between your strike. Okay. Let's do a SPY quickly, and few other names that we are holding. So for example, MDB, very nice chart. The weekly chart looks nice. It closed towards the highs. I don't think we're going to see any reversal or anything like that. You might see some pullback a little bit and consolidation, but the chart is in a nice uptrend. AMD is the one I'm holding. Again, very nice sort of higher time frame bull flag kind of a price action, you can see. And the big resistance that everybody's looking for to break out on the upside is this one right here around 89 area, and support has been 73, right? Every time we trade here we bounce back up, and every time we trade here in this zone right here we kind of retrace back down, right? But the retrace has not been very furious, right? The only bearish big trend bar on the weekly time frame is this one right here, and it did not get any follow through to the downside, right? So we're closing towards the top range, top end of this channel here, so that is a good sign. That means the price is banging against this resistance zone. So if we were to break out of that, it can see some nice upside. Okay, let's get to another one. ATVI is the one. Weekly chart looks nice. You can see we have had multiple weeks of bottom wicks right here in this area. That means that the buyers are snapping up these shares and holding them. So we can see a nice move towards the top end of this range here towards 80. If we break 80, 81 area, which is this double top right here, we can see some nice action to the upside. Okay, but so far this area has been a good support around 74.30. Okay, another name I'm holding is JD. Yeah, I mean, not really extremely bullish, but it's nice, right? Because this was the resistance on the way up right here, and now this one has become a good support. You have bottom wick, and then the bottom wick right here as well. So that is a good sign. Higher low, right, and a little bit of higher high. That the size of top wicks are small versus the bottom wicks, so that is a good sign. And so yeah, just holding it and targeting the top range or top swing high around 92, and then who knows if it can break out from that as well. So we'll see, but holding for now. Okay, so I'll post some more chart setups as we start the week, or if I come across any when I'm browsing the charts. If you have any questions, feedback, or any comments, please feel free to let me know, and we'll go from there. Thank you. Take care.